Welcome to Smackey's Garage. Today we're going to be installing the turn signal indicators that go in the back of this scoop. Not a lot of people know this. The Mustang has turn signal indicators in the back of the scoop here that are visible from the driver's side and passenger side when you're inside the car. So these aren't noticeable to anyone else outside the car, just to the people behind the windshield. I put off this project for so long because I didn't want to drill a hole in my hood. When you buy a reproduction hood, this one here is a reproduction, it's not original. The original was too rusted out. They don't cut out the holes that you need to put in the turn signal indicators. What that means is we're gonna have to take a hole saw to this hood, and then we're gonna have to cut out some slots so that they fit. You'll see when we take out the scoop here, that when we take it out, with the turn signal indicators in that scoop, it won't actually sit flat because they come in contact with the hood. So we're going to have to take those slots out. Installing turn signal indicators in the hood, we're going to have to run a few separate wires. So there's going to be a wire that comes from the turn signal indicators in the front of the car by the bumper, all the way back to the firewall back here, where there's going to be a separate line up to the scoop itself with the lights. So what we're going to do is we're going to first install the cables, then we're going to go ahead and start cutting the holes in the hood and making sure everything fits well and make sure everything works along the way. Let's start working on it. So we're going to start by taking off the scoop, and it's really easy to do. All you really have to do is pop open the hood and there is nuts holding it in place. On these you can see there aren't many in place right now because I was planning on taking it off. Or they rattle off, one or the other. All right, so with those off, it's going to be as simple as lifting this up and taking it out of place. All right, so now that we have the scoop off, we can take a look at how these install. So each one of these is going to have a socket where a bulb is going to fit into, and there's actually two different styles. There's one here that has an opening that slides into place, and there's one here that has just screw holes. So we're going to use the ones that slide into place. Recently, when I had this off and I was painting the car, I ended up gluing these studs into place. One of the things that I noticed on these scoops is these tend to strip out where the screws are, so they were all different sizes. So what I did is I actually took some studs and I epoxied them in place so that they would be fine on the vehicle. So you can see here, these four in place. So to put the light on, all I have to do is take it, drop it into place, add a nut and a washer, and that is it. So that's going to be nice and easy to put these fully together. So after I have the nut and washer here, there's going to be a few different lines that we're going to need to install to get this to work. The first is going to be this cable here. So this cable essentially has two jumpers that go in between your turn signals on each side. So the further away one will go to the passenger side. The closer one will go to the driver's side. This will come up through the inner fender and it will connect to the scoop turn signal cable. So the scoop turn signal cable has its own setup. So it has this wire here. It has two bulbs on the end. It has a two-prong connector, one for each positive to get a signal from there. And then it has a ground stud here, which goes on the firewall. So that way you'll have a full circuit made by this cable here. So these will just push into place like this, and they will feed themselves through the holes that I'm going to be drilling for the hood. So let's go ahead and let's get the first wire installed on the vehicle. So the turn signals that we're going to have to splice into are down here. Luckily you don't need to cut and splice any wires, so since this jumper is just going to go in between them. So what I'm going to do, and what I think is going to be the easiest, I can actually see the wire inside here. Literally unplug it in here and then plug this jumper in between. So it's right here underneath. Make it easy on myself. So we're going to start by plugging that first light in. We're going to go to the one on the furthest side of the cable, and then we're going to push this into here. So I believe this is actually an original socket, so we'll see how well it fits. So that side is in. So now I'm going to plug this back into the connector cable, which goes back to the firewall. So the right way to do that's going to be to put this up and in, back into the location where it was. Really the reason for the wire, as we were talking before in the jumper, it's really to catch the signal in between the blinker and the light here, and then it's going to take that signal and it's going to put it back to the firewall where we're going to be able to access it from the end of this cable. All right, so we have that in. So now since we're going down this way, we're going to have to fish this through the front end of the car. I'm going to follow the routing of the lights so I know exactly where it is. So that one's in place. We're going to do the same thing with this. We're going to put this jumper in between the driver's side turn signal and it'll catch the signal. So same thing, cable here. This cable gets plugged right into here. Okay, that's in place. And then the other side goes into the other side of the cable. Now that both of those are in place, I'm gonna fish this through the firewall. I'm going to put it through the same location that the headlights go through, and I'm going to run it back to the brake booster. There's nothing special about here. You just run these through and back to the brake booster. If we have the blinkers on, we should be able to see the lights start to light up. So the hazard lights mean both of those should be blinking, which they are. So that's good. If both of those are blinking, that means we know we have connection. This should go into here. Okay, now that both of these are in place, they should start blinking when I ground the wire. So let's go ahead and try the moment of truth to see how the circuit works. There we go. Okay, so we know the wiring works. We know we have the front blinkers on. We know we have these on. So now we get to do the fun part of cutting the hole in the hood. To line up where I'm going to drill the holes, I'm going to end up cutting 2 slots in line with this on the other side. So I'm going to take my hole saw and we use this to put a hole in the center here and then here. Then I'm going to go to the other side and I'm going to cut them out directly from the other side. All right, we have both cut. We are looking good. All right, so now I'm going to file these down and then I'm going to put some touch-up paint on them so that they won't rust. You know, I'm going to leave them in primer since I still need to put the hood in flat black, so it's okay. I'll sand them down and clean them up more when I'm going to be covering the rest of the hood in flat black. Okay, now that I have these in place, you can see it's simply installed. I'm going to actually cut down the screws that are sticking up because it's slightly making contact with the hood. So I'm just going to add some more clearance here. All right, we're going to go ahead and do a test fit. All right, so looks like we're ready to go back together. Everything's in place. Fits well, it's laying flat. We're going to tighten it down after we get the wiring set up. Okay, so now it's time to run the wires. Now that we have this with the bulbs, I'm going to take out this ground strap. I'm going to add this wire to it. Now I don't have the connectors where it hooks onto the hood. I will have to purchase those separately and put them on later. So I'm going to take this off. I'm going to add a little bit of thread lock to these nuts just to hold them in place. Then we'll get it on with the bulbs and test it out. So I should be able to just take these and plug them right in, push them in, and they will stay in place. Turn signals in place and functioning. We got the turn signals in, they're functioning, they look great in the car. I'm glad to finally have them in place. I'm gonna go ahead and tighten this back up and wrap it up. Thanks for tuning in to Smacky's Garage. I'll see you next time.